The Mobile Bay National Estuary Program is hard at work promoting the water quality and living resources of Alabama's estuaries. Established in 1995, the NEP leads the community in carrying out a comprehensive conservation management plan, or CCMP, created by hundreds of community leaders, including scientists, industry, government, and citizens. The CCMP includes activities to ensure waters that are fishable, swimmable, and drinkable, healthy populations of native flora and fauna that thrive in habitats supporting Alabama's exceptional species diversity, communities that manage growth and maintain access to our waters and a rich quality of life, and citizens who are wise stewards of this invaluable estuary.
I mean, as bad as that looks, yeah. See that? And that? These things are going to be fine.
Red may be the color associated with stop, but for the NEP, red means get moving. Since the 1970s, the vast and rural landscape of our coast has transformed to bustling urban areas. Growth is good, but balancing it with environmental protection will mean protecting the quality of life that makes growth happen. The NEP's charge? Building partnerships with government, industry, scientists, and citizens
the starfish
to protect our most valuable raw material for growth, our environment. Not because they have to. The NEP is not a regulatory agency, but because it's the best way of guaranteeing this coastal way of life for generations to come. Today, the NEP is building community partnerships to make things happen. On Monlowe Island, the NEP is helping a group of waterfront property owners become bayfront pioneers. Their goal? To build a living shoreline the length of their combined properties to demonstrate how habitat restoration can provide personal and community benefits. These pioneers, many who have spent thousands of dollars to protect their properties, are looking for alternatives to bulkheading, which exacerbates the loss of important habitat and compromises fishery breeding grounds. As partners with the State Conservation Department and many others, these residents will develop the policies and framework for government and residents to create and conserve fisheries habitats together while stabilizing shorelines.
It seems like a barren and random piece of property close to the heart of downtown Mobile, but from decades before the Civil War and until around 1931, it was a manufactured gas plant, or MGP, owned by Mobile Gas. Prior to the advancement of electricity, it was a source of light for the streets of downtown Mobile. Fast forward a century or two, and the property that once fueled the night lights of the city is fueling questions about the possible contaminants that may still lurk in the soil. Modern-day Mobile Gas is now working with partners, including the NEP and the public, to remediate any toxins on the site and move forward on a plan for its redevelopment. Wes Phillips of Mobile Gas says this will not be an overnight process.
We've been very deliberate about saying this is the first phase of this project, which means this is the phase where we're going to test the soil, do some investigative excavation. This is where we're really going to dig down and find out what's in the soil, how deep it is, and what sort of remediation would be required to potentially use this property in the future.
The NEP is excited to be a part of this project and anticipates the outcome to be a model for urban restoration and land use that showcases best management practices for environmental sustainability. The water that flows along the border of the former natural gas plant is moving the NEP towards a partnership with the Mobile Housing Board and neighbors to create a 3 Mile Creek watershed management plan that bridges community development with environmental protection in this highly urbanized neighborhood. The expected outcomes are not only the restoration of 3 Mile Creek and its tributaries and the creation of a trail system along a unique backwater environment in the heart of Mobile, but also reestablishment of a strong, vibrant community that values pristine nature in its urban backyard. The NEP continues to keep Pritchard on the move with a kickoff project of its 8 Mile Creek Watershed Management Plan. The project will restore a creek that runs adjacent to Jackson Reading Park, which was recently developed with 100% volunteer support by the Pritchard Environmental Restoration Keepers, PERC, Wolf Bay Watershed Watch, the County Extension Service, and others. Along with restoring the creek, the city is using this park as a launching pad for Estuary Corps Pritchard, where 4th graders will use it as an outdoor lab to learn environmental science and commit to a year of environmental service throughout the community. Across the bay, plans for restoration of D'Olive Watershed are on the move. The NEP and the cities of Spanish Fort and Daphne, Westminster Village, ALDOT, and Thompson Engineering have joined forces to undertake the restoration of the Joes Branch sub-watershed. We expect this effort to transform a severely eroded waterway that dumps massive amounts of sediment into downstream wetlands into a beautiful, meandering step pool system that will increase water retention and infiltration while providing a showpiece amenity to the area.
The NEP's job is to move Alabama's coastal community in the direction of protecting our estuarine resources. We look forward to reaching out to new partners as we embark on the development of an updated, comprehensive conservation management plan for our 2 coastal counties. The success of this plan hinges on our ability to institutionalize the actions that it prescribes. Get to know the NEP, and then come join us in the journey toward protecting our nationally significant estuary.